Well, I'm joined now by Ingrid Seward, royal biographer and editor-in-chief of Majesty Magazine. Well, for somebody in your business, that was quite a weekend, really, wasn't it?
It was certainly quite a weekend, yes, for every journalist and photographer.
What did you think overall about Saturday? How did you feel? I mean, you know, not many people alive have seen the coronation. I mean, I have to say, I was blown away by it. I'd heard it was going to be modernised and changed, but actually it looked incredibly traditional, didn't it?
It did, and I think a lot of young people watching it, really young people, sort of in their 20s, couldn't quite understand this medieval sort of goings-on. And I was sort of saying to them, well, do you not like that? No, we love it. We just think it's funny. It's a bit like a sort of puppet show. But I think, I mean, they are the future, but they loved it too, which really was a good feeling, I think.
I think it went incredibly well. The only thing that went wrong, and I was commentating on it, with David Starkey and I were commentating on it, and we were doing our best to explain
what was going on,
the significance of the orb and the sceptre, and we really tried hard, you know, to sort of get those facts over of what all those ceremonies meant. But on my briefing notes, palace briefing notes, it said that the carriage with the King and Queen would arrive at 53, and it arrived at 48. Charles was there 5 minutes too early. He didn't look very happy outside, did he?
He wasn't very happy because, you know, naturally enough, there were lots of lip readers working out what he said, and he said, well, you know, why are we never on time? And he was sort of, he had a sort of pen moment, as we call it.
Yes.
I mean, almost had a bit of a hissy fit. But, of course, the Prince and Princess of Wales, who were in the State Bentley, got stuck behind his carriage. So they were late, because they should have been there in front of him, of course.
Yeah.
I mean...
But after that, it went beautifully. Yes, it rained, but they came out onto the balcony, the crowds went wild, 52 protesters were arrested, most of whom, by the way, were not from Republic. They were actually from Just Stop Oil and Animal Rising, and they do have a history, of course, of genuinely, you know, blocking roads and disrupting things. I thought the day was an absolute triumph. I think the world thought that too, didn't it?
I think the world thought that as well, and it was the military that was so wonderful. I mean, apparently there hadn't been such a gathering of military might since Sir Winston Churchill's funeral, which was one of the things we were told. And it was wonderful, and the coordination. Now, how the military dealt with the 6-minute early, I don't know how that... We will find out.
Somebody got the pacing wrong, I think, or the horses went too quickly or whatever. And yesterday, there were genuinely, where I live, street parties going on. I mean, literally everywhere. Roads closed, it was amazing. The concert last night, which looked beautiful, I thought, at Windsor, tasteful. I was a bit sceptical when I sat down. But a final thought, Ingrid, on William. You know, he is going to be our next king, and we don't know how long that's going to be. That speech that he gave, I mean, he went up there. He wasn't just at Windsor. He was on the world stage. He had his notes with him. He didn't refer to them once and gave that speech. That was good, wasn't it?
It was wonderful, and he got a huge round of applause. I mean, we were lucky journalists were there, and it was the most beautiful night. Fantastic occasion, great atmosphere, and William really nailed it. And he came across as completely sincere, saying when he was proud of his pa. And I think we really felt that he was. And it was a good feeling, because you felt that William and his father, who've had their differences over the years, have really bonded. And that makes all of us feel secure. When you looked in the Abbey and saw that row of politicians, I thought, thank goodness we have a monarchy.